Welcome to DinsTalk, the space where soul wisdom meets bold action. I'm Mia Dins, your host, here to ignite your fire, help you claim your power, and guide you to take unstoppable steps towards your dream. Every episode is designed to awaken your purpose, fuel your passion, and spark transformation in your life. It's time to step into your truth and never stop. Let's dive in.
Hello, beautiful souls. Happy New Year of 2026. This is my first episode of DinsTalk, upgraded version, new insights, many new more guests, and a lot of more behind the scenes stuff because I thought you guys benefit from that. And some of you wanted to know more what I am doing on a daily basis and how things are shaping up. Just share a little bit more about my life that can benefit you so you can see if I can do it, you can do it too. And also, I wanted to also thank you and everyone who ever listened, all the comments, all the engagement. I'm truly grateful for you because if you weren't here, this wouldn't be so much fun. I do it for you guys. And of course, I also love to share things, and I also selfishly love to have all these beautiful, amazing guests on because every single time I'm learning something gets activated, triggered, and it requires me to go deeper to question. And I just absolutely love it because I'm very curious. I want to study everything I see and learn and just explore. It's a beautiful feeling when you fall in love with life in that way and you just know it's an adventure. Today's episode is the first one of this year. And I'm actually recording it on the day today, on the 2nd of January, because I arrived just yesterday in beautiful Australia. Very first time here, being with my soul family in this beautiful sanctuary. They have a beautiful place to live. And I have actually also my own studio, or casita. I love to use the Spanish word. And it's amazing to be here and to do this first transmission on this beautiful sacred land and this space and being surrounded by all this love and this joy. And it's a very new journey for me. And of course, I flew into the new year. Literally, I left Vietnam on New Year's Eve night, just after midnight, and landed here in Australia, in Perth at 8 a.m. in the morning. Powerful. I never planned that, but God planned it because I didn't look for flights to be exactly that day. It was also happening within 24 hours, which I will share in this podcast too. So you understand a little bit of the work that I'm doing. And even if you hit rock bottom or challenging times, that things can just literally change within 24 hours. I have experienced it myself many times in my life, but this one is the freshest experience and was definitely surprising me too. And first and foremost, I know manifestation is like a big word and it's like a very popular word. We all are 24/7 manifestors. So everything that is in our life, whether we want to admit it or not, we are manifesting. It's a vibrational response to the frequency that we are running on. And to put it down, frankly. So whatever is going on subconsciously, whatever program is running you, if you are running on a scarcity program, which is one of my biggest ones when it comes to money, but in general, like let's put it there, it's a scarcity program. There's never enough, or I'm never enough. But that means when this is running subconsciously, no matter how much I do on the conscious level, yeah, I could say I could do all the abundance affirmations, all the things. But if I don't look at the subconscious first and let this come through and go deeper and let it all be seen, I'm not bypassing it, but acknowledging it and working with it, nothing will ever change. So that's the first step, to actually find out what is running in the background, what is actually blocking you from manifestation and from the things you desire. And the second thing is to allow it to be seen and allowing it, but not staying there. That's very important. And that is the big shift for me that also happened. I was aware of it before, but because that actually sped up the whole process. Because on the Saturday night in Vietnam, I can't remember what date it was. I believe it was 28th. Yeah, I believe 27th of December. I had a really rock bottom moment where I thought, oh my gosh, I have 7 more days. I need to leave this country because my visa's running out. I really want to be with my soul family. Why is it not working? I do all the business stuff and I didn't have enough funds to afford to travel and to book the flights. And actually I was really financially also on a rock bottom moment, literally to the point again where I didn't know, okay, where I really need to portion the food, didn't know when to buy food the next time. I invested it all. I do that most of the time. I always circle back to this cycle, to this moment. And then of course there's guilt coming up, shame, even though I do all the work, But then I questioned myself, why am I going back again? I felt like nothing has worked. Everything I'm doing, I haven't made any progress. And there was this moment. Of course, usually, naturally, we want to suppress that, bypass that, because nobody wants to admit that. I feel shame. There was shame coming up, even though I've worked through this already many, many times. But there was shame coming up. Why do you do it again? Are you, stupid? Can you not get your shit together, Mia? Things like that. All this, sabotaging self-talk, and feeling really low because, of course, the energy was depleted by all this resistance, by all this negative self-talk, being like, okay, what am I doing right now? And then there was the other part already, the new version of me, the new frequency, the higher frequency, the Mia that I want to embody, that, the future Mia that is already very abundant and is only, is in joy and manifesting from that frequency and taking action from that frequency. That is the most important part, not from a scarcity, but from abundance mindset. And that is a big shift, because although my whole situation that moment looked like complete failure and rock bottom and what the F is going to happen, I chose to not act from that place. And I know every part of my being would have screamed. And if there were outside people, external people, they would say, but Mia, you have to do something now. Apply for a job. No matter, if Sunday is your day that you just, pour into your carb and just do nothing, as in such, I don't do any business. I don't be on messengers. It's a real recalibration day for me, where I really give my energetic field the space to be like, no social media, nothing, and spend most of the time outside with Gaia, reading, work, yoga, walking, whatever I really want to do. Without a schedule, nothing. And of course, the logical mind was coming and was saying, you have to do that. You can't take the Sunday. You really are in an emergency right now. But I thought, no, my old self would do that. The scarcity Mia would do that, but we're not doing this anymore. So that was a real test for me. And I said to myself, you know what? Let's get this let's get the shit all coming out. Let's feel it. And then we take action from a mindset of abundance. And I got myself into the vibration. After I allowed all the feelings to come through, I was doing what I usually do and put myself into this vibration with many different tools, which I will share with you. A few of them, they may help you, may inspire you. We have so many beautiful tools available, but they help me. And then I got myself into the vibration of abundance. Like it already happened. And I acted from that place. I took one aligned action and left this one voice message that I wanted to leave for my mom. And that's it. That's all I did. And then I went out. I went to the beach. I read my book. I was connecting with Gaia. I was doing breath work. I was just observing nature, just dropping into the present moment. And there was no fear, no ounce in my body that would tell me you have to go now and do something. Literally, I just completely trusted. And I kid you not, in the afternoon, I had the money. Yeah, I absolutely had the money. And I tell you how it happened. My mom sent me money because originally in the voice message, and I'm sharing this very vulnerable and open here, so that you understand how things can come into fruition. And I also share with you how my ego did not like that first as well, right? It's interesting what actually happens within us. And I only asked for some money so I can buy food, because I thought I need a strong vessel in order to do the work so I can be in this frequency. And food and feeling nourished is the basic needs, right? That's what we need. And I know when I'm vibrating on this frequency, then I can just embody that and do my work and take all the aligned action. But she sent me more money, of course. My mom, I love my mom. Thank you, Mom. I love you so much. And in that moment, everything started to shift. I was at the shopping mall. I got the just must needs. And I was like calculating. I was starting, okay, you need to book the flight, this and this and this. I can do it. So basically I went home. I did all the calculations, well fed, with a good feeling of satisfaction in my belly. And then I realized I'm still short of €100 to cover everything, paying my accommodation that I still was paying for in Vietnam, and food, transport, flight, and so on and so forth. And I said, okay, that was another test, because would I collapse back into fear and be like, oh, it's not going to happen. Oh no, this could have been a part. I said, okay, I can do it. So I was creating a container of what I need and writing down some actions that I need to take and that I want to take. that are aligned with myself. And then I thought, okay, I'm going to call my mom and say thank you for this because it's a beautiful gift. And I don't worry about anything. We'll all come together. And even there was a little bit of resistance because I was actually really tired and exhausted from everything, and to hold that vibration because it's new. My body's not used to it now, not now. So it just takes a little bit more energy. Just to give you that on a side note as well. Those things, when you recalibrate and when you start choosing a new version of you and embodying that, it will, at the beginning, there's a lot of more resistance. It's new, it's unknown, and that takes more energy. But it's only at the beginning, at the start. The more you do it, then the more natural it becomes, and also your body and your nervous system will catch up. It's just like going to the gym or you're learning a new skill. At the beginning, everything is tiring, but also exciting, right? But mostly tiring and resisting because we get out of our comfort zone. We need to, learn something new, and yeah, it takes energy. So anyways, then I said, you know what? I just want to share my love with my mom. Like, what is going on? And I'm so happy I did that because firstly, it was so beautiful to see my mom and call. And we call anyways once a week. But I really, really wanted to have her energy. And yeah, well, I talked about the whole thing and I did never ask. I never intended to, but she just said, you know what, it was just Christmas and everybody got Christmas money. And I want, how much is the flight? How much do you need? And then boom, she said, I'm gonna do that for you and gift that to you. And then you can relax and you can just then take the actions and keep going, because my mom is one of my biggest fans, and she may not understand fully all of the work that I'm doing, but she trusts me so much that what I do here is my soul mission, and I'm doing it because I believe in it. Otherwise, I wouldn't be here. Otherwise, I wouldn't have tried all the things and all the quantum leaps and just keep doing the work. And I just wanted to share that. And it was amazing because then I was so activated and had so much energy. And I literally until midnight, I booked everything and, budgeted well, connected with my soul family, left them a message. Hey, is it okay to pick me up that day? Does it work well with your guys' schedule? And so on and so forth. And yeah, basically, if you can see now the time frame from Saturday night to Sunday night was 24 hours, it all changed. Of course, intention to come here to Australia and, this mindset practice, I have done the whole time, weeks, month before, but the actual change came within 24 hours and I booked the flight ticket. Also, my soul seems to thrive on these 24-hour decisions. It's a pattern, it's a thing. And it's okay, but it appears to be 24 hours, but actually the preparation was the whole time before. Okay, it took a little bit longer. That's okay. Things can come within an instant, within a second. It just depends how much blockages you had and how much you still had to learn and to experience. And for me, obviously, there was more to learn and to experience. Like I always say, everything is preparing you for the next moment. So instead of asking, why is this happening? Why is it not happening? Ask, what is it teaching me? What is this showing me? And that's the most powerful question you can ask yourself. And you get yourself out of the way and you start enjoying the adventure and seeing it as a learning rather than as something that is happening to you and there's a challenge or a roadblock. And that was powerful. And I want to also tell you that there was another thing. Yeah, it hasn't stopped yet. The whole learning process, there was a lot going on that my ego was thinking, but yeah, my mom paid for it. So it didn't come through my business how I wanted it. I wanted the money to be coming from my business. My ego was really fixated on that. So I was blocking my vessel. I was blocking myself to receiving. Can you see that? How much I'm actually sabotaging myself? Because at the end of the day, everything is energy. And it doesn't matter from which source it comes from, the money. It's all energy. And this is sometimes still something that I learned. Of course, my goal is it comes through my business and the things that I'm doing. But in this very moment, universe, God decided, well, this is the source right now, because I needed to also go through that layer and see that block that Mia was trying to plan exactly how it all comes. But this is not my job. My job is to focus on the what and then embody that in my full essence in every part of my being every single day, not just one day, but every single day it's a choice to make. And this comes to the part where I tell you what I do in general with my abundance frequency. I do a lot of things with my full embodiment, but with the abundance frequency, things that I figured out that help me is to first allow this scarcity and the fear coming up, to observe myself when it comes to money, that when it comes to the topic money or spending money, that when I'm in scarcity, I do not spend. I have to first recalibrate. Yes, and that can happen in the supermarket, in the shop, like where I'm thinking, oh, this is a little bit expensive, but I need it, but then all my money is gone. Where's the next coming from? I pause, I see it, I allow it. And once I feel calm through breath work, in that very moment, I take deep breath and I have my mantras, like knowing I'm taken care of. And joy is my frequency of manifestation, money is energy, whatever mantras help you or that you connected. But for me, it's always like I'm taken care of, and I choose certainty beyond logic. Because it's from the beautiful David Guillaume teachings from the Kabbalah that really helps me. It's a very general, short mantra that helps me the most in that very moment. And then I go and spend. And it's a complete different frequency. And I'm grateful for it. And knowing that I reinvested in myself, that's something that my vessel needs, so I can embody everything and I can transmit and help people and all these things. But also I listen to some sort of abundance or millionaire mindset, whatever podcast, maybe a little video, at least 10 minutes a day minimum. Someone who already has manifested abundance, financial abundance, especially. That's my biggest block, financial abundance. I'm talking about that specifically because abundance can come in so many different ways. And in many other areas in my life, I'm very abundant, but the financial abundance specifically is a big block still for me. And it's important to look for people. If you are surrounded by people, great. But if you don't have that available, read the books, like put yourself into that energy, listen to people, affirmations, whatever works for you. That is not having the limitation of financial abundance. Anybody who doesn't have the limiting beliefs, you want to surround yourself with this energy. So it starts to recalibrate your frequency and your nervous system as well. And you get used to it. It's becoming a new normal. It's like learning a new language. The more you listen to it, if you listen to the music, to the words, to your tutor, talking to people in that language, that will be stored in your subconscious. It is a process and it's a programming, but it's a power. You can really imagine yourself being your own AI robot and you can just program yourself. How powerful is that? So that's the other thing I do. And I have my own personal recorded affirmations because I believe in the power of our own voice. And I do that in all areas. I started doing that years ago because I mentioned that before. Voice we hear the most is our own voice. And we basically, since the day we are born, it can tell us a lot of shit and we believe it, right? But if we believe that, then we can also reprogram it and tell ourselves a lot of good stuff, good shit, and recalibrate it into the version we want to become. And for me, I know it definitely is uncomfortable at the beginning to listen to your own voice. Years ago, I couldn't even listen to my own voice because I would criticize myself. I would feel shame. I would feel like, oh, why do you talk like that or whatever? But the more you do it, the more comfortable you become because it's your voice. And I just started recording things for myself, my own affirmation, things that I channel. I put some simple background music on. I keep it very simple. You don't need to. It's just, I love doing it. I work with the, frequencies. But this is powerful because the first voice that I really want to listen to in the morning actively basically is myself. Of course, you can listen to someone else's beautiful affirmation. There are beautiful, beautiful people out there who record a lot. And if that works for you, that's also a great way to start. I used to do that, but I learned my own voice is the most powerful tool I have. So I just use that. And it's fun, play around because you can create it in your way in whatever shape or form you need it. And it's uniquely designed for you, which is amazing and powerful. And that is another step that I do. Basically, yeah. And then definitely reminding myself and tapping into that space a couple of times a day, my future version. What would multi-million dollar Mia do? Yes, $1 million Mia, I call it. I got this name given years ago. Actually, it was related to boxing, like $1 million baby. But I just put it now into that. And it's it's an archetype. And it reminds me, it doesn't matter if I have it or not, but guys, your imagination is everything. Your brain cannot take the difference if this already happened or hasn't happened. So that's powerful. And I just ask, what would she do now? What would she do right now? Would she have this standard? Would she actually do that? Would she cross this boundary or allow other people to cross their boundaries. Whatever it is, I always ask her. And that's powerful. And that will always give me a clue. And then I can see, oh, I was about to act from scarcity. And the other thing is to be gentle with yourself, to know that your old self will pull you back. And when I talk about the rock bottom moments, they are not failure. They are actually the one moment before your breakthrough. And I've experienced it now so many times that I know, okay, this has to happen, because it's just the moment when your old self is trying to cling on the strongest, when your old self is trying to be really loud one more time, because it really tries to convince you, no, we need to do the old way. Don't do the new way because it's unknown. And that when you realize that, it doesn't take away being uncomfortable or the pain or whatever you have to go through, but to realize, let's ride that wave. Let's go through it. And when the earlier you allow it, the faster you will move through it, and it also becomes more easier, and it will become more faster the more you do it. So yeah, that was a powerful experience again. And I want to share that with you because I believe that anybody can relate to that. And look, you can now transfer that to any area in your life. It's not, for me personally, it's a financial abundance block, but it could be love for you, or your dream job, your dream house, children, whatever it is. Like, we all have different desires. We all have this one challenging area or thing that seems to be coming up for us over and over again. But also, and why I share that here right now, is to be honest with yourself. And also sharing it is another step of overcoming shame, feelings of guilt, because yeah, of course they are there. Now they're not holding me back. I can see them. There's still a bit of like, oh, what will people think? She is like 38. Doesn't she have her shit together? And isn't she smart enough to save some money? Yeah, I hear you. I hear all that. And it's totally fine. It's totally cool that these things are happening. So I can actually see that and still move through it. And by doing it, I give you permission to do the same. Because it's not about the blaming or shaming game. It's not about like, oh, you go through this again. Are you not, educated enough or smart enough to do that? It has nothing to do with that at all. We're talking here about the soul level. It's a growth cycle. It's actually really powerful. And always remember that whatever you're going through is uniquely designed for you. God designed this exact moment for you to go through this, because only your soul can go through this and has this unique experience, which is powerful. And never forget that. So my do it, never stop message for you guys, because I said like at the episode last year, the last episode, that this is a new thing I wanted to start integrating, because DINZ is my last name and stands for do it, never stop. And my message for today that come through talking about this topic is to be honest with yourself. In whatever shape or form you express that, but express it to yourself first. It doesn't matter if you share it or not, but the most important part is to be really honest with yourself and feel it, because we are humans after all. And our feelings, our emotions, they just want to be expressed. That's all that we need to do. And most of the time, it's just that. And then everything will be so much clearer and all the answers will come to you. So be honest with it. It's a love language, and it's a highest form of intimacy, and it's beautiful and it's powerful. And that's my message for you guys. For the beginning of the year, we're diving right into the stuff deep. And I'm so grateful that I can be with my soul family here. If Mark and Sarah listen to this episode at one stage, I love you so much. And I am excited to bring more beautiful messages through. My next episode is already scheduled for next Friday. We'll be coming out with beautiful Liz Gorga, and we're talking about a very interesting topic. So stay tuned. And as always, if you have any questions, any comments, if you want to connect with me, you find everything in the description box below. But also, please leave comments. I always love to engage with you guys. I will read them all personally, each single one of them. And happy new year. May it prosper, blossom. May you have the most amazing 2026. And we are all about the growth and full force for the firehorse. And that was actually a rhyme. Didn't intend to do that, but hey, no punch intended. And until next time, I love you so much.
Thank you for tuning in to DINSTalk. I hope today's conversation sparked something within you. Remember, you have the power to align with your soul, take bold action, and live a life fueled by passion. Don't forget to subscribe, share with others, and leave a comment if this episode resonated with you. And as always, do it, never stop. Until next time, keep claiming your fire and your power.